That's okay. We're gonna talk and tell everybody that we have no voices left. I feel like that's a good plan. All right, we are I think live. Hi everybody, how are we doing? Very happy Sunday to everybody. Had every intention of doing this yesterday. However, everything went wrong. We even missed Kate Mulgrew, Catherine Janeway's autograph, which we had paid for. So we did have some really good moments, but our timing was off on things. So I did not get this out yesterday. And I did have some things that really, really wanted to share with you. Expect on Tuesday that we're back to my regularly scheduled programming schedule. But tomorrow I'm not going to even try to pretend that I'm going to have a video out. So today I'm going to catch us up on a couple announcements for LandCon in Scotland, an appearance by Diana, an appearance by a new Outlander alum, as well as, of course, Charles at the Fergus Fest in Canada. Lots of pictures, lots of videos out there. I tried to pick a couple of good ones, and we'll hopefully get all caught up on a few things. Again, a very happy Sunday to everybody, and I do apologize for this being basically a day later than I meant. All right, so I have no big announcements right now, so we're just going to get started. My daughter is cleaning and packing. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
You say hi. Hi, everybody. All right, get that stuff packed. We got to get going. All right. All right, I do have a flight to catch early tomorrow morning, late tonight, so we're trying to get stuff set before we do our last convention day. Nell Hudson had a big announcement. She says, one, I can't believe everyone was ever given birth to by a woman, and we all just go around like it's normal. Mothers, I'm in awe of you. Well, thank you. You know, no problem. There is a point in which you really have no choice but to go forth. So, number two, I am broken in two in the best possible way. Yep. Been there, know what it means. Number three, it's a girl. She had a little baby girl. That is so cool. And number four, she needs a new word for love, because when you have a child, love just does not do it. There's devotion, there's loyalty, there's too much. You all know this. So big congratulations to Nell here. She put a second picture. Oh, little baby hand. Little baby hand. Oh my goodness. So big congratulations to Nell. We've been watching her, expecting this baby, so it's really great to kind of be able to share in her joy as she has her first little one. That's so cool. Congratulations, Nell, from my daughter. Also, LandCon Scotland, as I said, some big stuff being announced here. Hugh Ross, aka Archbug, is going to be there, and if you watch the Blood of My Blood premiere, you might know why they waited to announce this one. Very cool. Here it says, LandCon says, from the stage to the silver screen, he's cast his light far and wide, and now that light shines on our event. Let's warmly welcome Hugh Ross to LandCon in Scotland. Hi, Stacy. How are we doing? Yes. And hello, Shirley. Stacy says, all right, Hugh Ross brings, she says hi. Hugh Ross brings a quiet intensity and gravitas to the role of Archbug in Outlander. With a career spanning decades across the stage and screen, Ross embodies the character with a masterful blend of mystery, menace, and depth. As Archbug, a figure both enigmatic and steeped in personal tragedy, Ross captures the subtle power of a man shaped by loss and loyalty. His performance adds a rich layer to the tapestry of the series, reminding viewers that even in a world of grand heroes and sweeping romance, the quieter characters also leave a deep impact. That is very cool. In addition to his role in Outlander, Hugh Ross has a long and acclaimed career in British theatre, film, and television, with appearances in productions such as Train Spotting, The Iron Lady, and numerous stage performances with the Royal Shakespeare Company and beyond. Love them. This is a rare chance to meet the man behind one of the show's most intriguing characters. Don't miss it. I don't know why they advertise it like you can go get a ticket, because you can't. But well, we're very excited about this. We are also very excited to see that Caesar Domboy is going to be joining him, our Fergus. It did say Sunday only for Caesar. Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself. And Sunday only for Hugh, just so we are aware of that. And of course, we've got a long list here for our nice intro here, I should say long list, from the LandCon for Caesar. From his first appearance as the charming, witty, and fiercely loyal Fergus, Caesar Domboy has captured the hearts of fans around the world. Whether he's fighting for family, standing by Jamie and Claire, or stealing scenes with just a glance, Caesar's performance in Outlander has made him an unforgettable part of the Fraser clan. And now he's coming to meet you in Scotland. I'm not a lot jealous. I'm like severely jealous of everybody, but that's cool. Yes, you read that right. You'll have the chance to meet Caesar Domboy, to ask questions and maybe even hear behind the scenes stories from the man himself. Don't miss this rare and intimate opportunity. Connect with one of the most beloved faces of Outlander. Caesar brings warmth and charm and subtle strength to the role, portraying Fergus not just as a survivor, but as a man who is shaped by deep love, loss, and unwavering loyalty. Yes, we love him. Throughout the seasons, Domboy's portrayal of Fergus evolves with the character's struggles and triumphs, whether facing personal hardships, political danger, or emotional turmoil. His on-screen presence adds depth to the Fergus family, to the Fraser family dynamic, and his chemistry with co-stars brings a sense of authenticity and heart to every scene he appears in. So gather your questions and your excitement, because Caesar is ready to meet you. And I just realized I forgot to hit the closed caption on this live, so I apologize for those of you who have to wait until YouTube does its thing. My apologies for that. But this is very cool. Hopefully you're able to follow enough to get it. Next up, we have Poisoned Pen Bookstore. This is from several days ago, but it says, last night's Outlander evening with Diana reading a couple of scenes from Work in Progress, Outlander, book number 10, and taking an hour of questions and chat was beautiful. Fans came from Michigan, Chicago, Southern California, and all over Arizona. And I'm only slightly irritated that I missed it because I was right there. The newest Outlander offering is the handsome package, the Outlander Oracle, which comes in a box with 54 tarot cards designed with Outlander scenes and a book plate that fits inside, signed by Diana for you. Order at poisonedpen.com. So we can all get it. You didn't have to be there to get it. Very, very cool. We got Diana. We got the group of folks who came. Such lucky folks. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad so many people were able to make it out. She's reading some of those excerpts, and she's been so generous sharing a few things, and generous for sharing this video. So yes, of course, I'm going to play the video as soon as it loads, because, oh, well, no, I have to do this again. I love live videos. Don't you love live videos? They always work.
Have you seen my husband recently? Here, it's that I said right there yesterday afternoon, she said, pointing to the Daisy Cutter apartment. I offered him bed, of course.
I'd be too echoey to understand. Yeah, unfortunately, it sounds like it's a little too echoey to understand, but still, that's really incredibly cool. I'm very excited for folks who got to do that. All right, on to the Fergus Festival. We got Charles here writing in for the beginning here. Charles Vandesite says, Charles Vandervart at the Scottish Fergus Festival Parade in Fergus, Ontario, and that said tonight, but this is August 7th, 2025. That's so cool. I got lots of pictures here. People took loads of pictures of Charles, and I'm considering possibly skipping Star Trek Las Vegas next year. I'm just gonna say that. It's a thought. Now that I have a vehicle, and this year was an interesting year, I may take a little Star Trek break and go visit Canada. I've never been. I'm filling out passport information. Got family who's going to move to Canada, so maybe I will just, take a little trip. But this is very cool. Lots of pictures here as he's going by. I have to say, I think that's fun. I'm sorry, to be able to just wave at everybody while you're riding by. He's got his kilt on, a big smile. I mean, really, do you need more from Charles than a big smile? He's just so fun. But yeah, that's good. We got more pictures here and videos. His friends of the Grand 101 and 3 others say Charles Vandervart has arrived at the Grand at 101. He did an interview on 101. I tried to do include part of that, but it kept playing music in the background, and I want you guys to be able to see this without me having to take a bunch of stuff out. So Billy FM Radio is ready to chat. Stay tuned just after 9. This may be something we can go back and find out. I'll see if I can. But for now, let's see if we can hear what they say.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning.
We're going to be live on Billy and Friends in just a couple of minutes. Can't wait.
Cool, so cool. Good
Oh,
morning.
okay, that was it.
Hey.
All right, let's like see. He's got the kilt going on. I think the shoes are an interesting choice. I'm not going to say anything more, but I do like he's got the bag and I always forget what it's called. Y'all tell me in the comments. I know, but he's like it's so cool. See, I kind of want to go. Does anybody else want to join me if I go? Let's see. We got more pictures here from that Friends of the Grand 101. What a fantastic start to the Fergus Scottish Festival weekend. Couple more pictures here. Oh, peace sign. Yep, rocking out. He's got a little bracelet, friendship bracelet on. And yeah, that's it. Just happy, smiling Charles. Again, what more do you really need in life? I don't need much. We got this one I like. Charles Van de Site and Outlander Online share this. Charles Vandervart wondering if he really has to drink all that whiskey in front of him at Fergus Scottish Festival. I'm joking. It's a joke, she says. This is also shared, I guess, by Strawberry Danish 65. Thanks for sending, Dana. Thank you, Charles Van de Site and Outlander Online, for sharing this stuff that people share with you and always giving credit. It's very cool. But yeah, he's got kind of a collection in front of him, and he's either going to have a date that he doesn't remember or a night he'll never forget. We'll see what happened there. More pictures here. In case you can't tell, it's from Outlander Online. This is Charles Vandervart, and they're at the Fergus Scottish Festival. Charles Van de Site says, I posted too soon. More photos of Charles Vandervart at the cocktail event. Fergus. I'm not going to be able to say it after I say it so many times. Fergus Scottish Festival. And let's see, more credit to the folks who take the pictures. Love that. And he's just, yeah, he's got a glass of wine there. Doesn't look like he's drinking it, though. You know what? If he has all this alcohol being given to him, good on him for pacing himself. You don't want to be that celebrity. He needs Charles. I don't think we have much chance of that. Very cool. He's got a different kilt on here. I like this one too. Very cool. Dude, I possibly slightly different choice of legwear. Can't quite tell there. Nice. Good. Yep. And more of him. Again, in case you don't know who's taking the pictures, who that is, or where they are. Charles Vandervart at Whiskey Business with William Ransom at the Fergus Scottish Festival in Fergus, Ontario. And this one is from last night. Oh, I'm catching up. More wine tasting here. Or he's tasting of something. He's not using the same kind of glass. They almost look like the little caps you get on medicines. So you can measure out your teaspoon or tablespoon or whatever the measurement is. The milliliters. Really, it depends on what medicine it is, really. Oh, I can't drink all that. A sporin. Thank you, Stacy. I always forget that little... I want to say it's a purse, and I know that's wrong. It's like saying a kilt, a skirt. It's not right. Sporin. I'll still forget. But yeah, so we got, it's too much whiskey. I can't do it. It's too much. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, so no, what's that? Yeah, he doesn't want to drink all that, Shirley. It was just out for everybody to have. I'm not positive. That looks like the centerpiece for a table there. I can't quite tell. Whiskey, something. The pops. Whiskey on the pops. Okie dokie. Whiskey pop rocks. That would be interesting. Oh, and a little, rotisserie tray or what? Yeah. Nice. Oh, and we're gonna get. Apparently, I gave it a heart. That's cute. I mean, that's a decent spread, really. I have nothing to complain about there. Charles Van de Site and Outlander Online shared this picture as well. Charles Vandervart with Scottish footballer Stephen Caldwell at the Fergus Scottish Festival in Fergus, Ontario. That is cool. That's today. Or earlier today. You know what? Time differences. It's today. That is very cool. I love. Sorry, pardon me, people. I love soccer. I played soccer when I was a kid. I played fullback and midfield, defense. I would get a kick out of this myself too. Again, sporting these fantastic kilts. I'm so digging it. More Charles on stage here. Charles Vandervart with Tyrell Listen during his second panel at Fergus Festival. I do have a couple of clips of these, but let's take a look at some of the pictures. It says, for those wondering what the cover is, it's Don't Dream, It's Over by Eddie Vedder and Chris Martin. Okay, so they put some music in. I'll get in trouble for it, but we're going to take a look at the picture. I like that Charles is like, because Sam and Graham rarely seem to do this. He's like pushing down the middle so nobody gets a peek, which I appreciate on many levels. That's very cool. He's sitting there just answering questions. Again, smiles, Charles. I don't think the guy knows how to frown. He smiles all the time. See, he's a very smiley guy. Yeah. That's the guy I told you that was in Paw Patrol. And you said, well, I don't know who he is. But he was not. He was. He did one of the voices. Shirley, many, many moons ago when you were very small, you watched Paw Patrol. You have a video game of Paw Patrol. What are you talking about?
Well, we need to give it away.
Oh, okay. She's too adult. All right, we have a video now. Yeah, and Shirley, don't hit your mother. I'm old.
Everybody gotta remember how to sit with a kilt. Yeah, there you go. I want to traumatize anyone. So Charles, welcome back. Second time at the festival. It's been a few years. How's it been? Really good. Yeah, that last time we were here was the first ever festival kind of thing I've ever done in my life. So it was crazy. It was all brand new. So now we're here at full circle, and I'm back in the hometown, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And I remember you were saying last time we were here, we couldn't talk about anything Outlander related because there was an actor strike happening. So yeah, you did a great job coming up with questions, but it was, so what do you do in your spare time? So yeah, now we can actually talk about the show, which is great.
I think we talked about rock climbing and other things. Yeah. And I think, if I remember correctly too, you had filmed, but your season hadn't come out yet, so people hadn't had an opportunity to see you yet in your character. So
yeah. I think it was around that time. So yeah, hopefully we've all seen the new season.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few different things here, but I'd love to start early on, and some people who were here last time might remember this, but you started acting from a very young age, and was it Tiny Tim? Was that your first role?
Yeah, so I'm originally, for those of you who don't know, I'm originally from Orangeville, which is not far from here. So yeah, I worked in the theater. David Nairn was the director. He's kind of the staple at Theater Orangeville. And when I was a little kid, I went to see a play called 'Twas. Don't remember anything about it because I was a tiny little kid, but I remember it was awesome. And I asked my parents if I could try and audition for the next play that they were putting on. And there's no one in my family that's an actor, so none of us really know what we were doing. But I showed up and got the part of Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol, the classic kid role, and yeah, now we're here. I don't know how that happened, but
so you start doing some local theater, and pretty soon you're going out for auditions on TV shows and stuff like that. What was that moment though? Like, as you're a kid still, like, what was that moment where you're like, this isn't just a hobby anymore? Like, this might be a career for me.
Yeah, I remember I was a competitive swimmer when I was about 14. I was really into it. I was in the Orangeville Otters, and we were doing 6 days a week of training. And I always wonder what my life would have been like if I didn't do this acting gig. I like to think in my head that I'd be like this Olympic Michael Phelps guy. I don't know. I think I should stick to my day job because I don't think I was that good. But every 14-year-old thinks they're going to make the Olympics. I still secretly think I'm going to make the Olympics. Fingers crossed. I don't know what it's going to be in, but
the acting Olympics, the Oscars.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
maybe.
I know these Oscars.
That'd be great if they did.
All right, I'm not going to play the entire thing just because I'm not positive how long it is, and I do have things I've got to do today, but that is cool, and I've got another clip, and I didn't want to have not enough time to do that. So, Charles Vandervart, actually I have two more clips. Charles Vandervart during his second panel at Fergus Scottish Festival. This one is when he's talking about Scotland and climbing in his second panel of the day. Okay, well, this is him. I just don't have the full panel for this one, just a few clips. The moderator for the panel is Tyrell. Listen again, and I'm going to refresh this and see if I can get us from the beginning.
Where you kind of like walked on set and you were like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we filmed a lot in Perthshire, and anytime we got up to the Highlands, it was ridiculous. And because I was there and I had some free time, I didn't have a car, and I wasn't really, A, I was too young to rent a car, and then B, I don't know if I wanted to deal with the challenge of driving on the wrong side of the road. So I took the train a lot, and then just on my own, I stumbled upon Glencoe, which is, I mean, it's famous, but it was one of my favorite places ever, and most of the time that I'm there, I think every time I've been to Scotland, I made at least one day trip up to Glencoe and did the Hidden Valley Trail. I've done it, probably 15 times now. It's my classic trail. I'm like a tour guide, essentially. I should probably get money from like the, Scottish tourism department. But every time a fellow Canadian from home is visiting me, I'll take them to Glencoe. And that's a very special place. I love it. And the other thing is that valley, I've never had the same hike twice, even though I've done the same hike 15 times. Yeah. The moisture and the time of the year that you go, and if it's really sunny, it's completely different from when it's really rainy. When it's really rainy, all these spontaneous waterfalls just emerge out of nowhere. It's a beautiful place. Scotland is magical. We all know this, though.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So Glencoe, we need to go there. Turn that off. Thank you, ma'am. If you can't find your headphones, keep looking. You're not done packing. Aren't I mean? Balfe Nation shares this one. Caitriona was there from day one. It's actually Charles talking about Caitriona. This is not from Fergus Fest. Okay, William the Ellen, Caitriona, this is good. No, this is from the Fergus Festival. Yeah, he's wearing his kilt. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's listen to him talk. He seems to have some ideas.
I gotta give Kat a ton of credit. She's an amazing actor. But one of the things
Oh, that sucks. I'm going to get in trouble for the music. Okay, so he's talking here. I'm just going to read that. Caitriona was there from day one to fight for me, and you need that from the lead. So she made sure I was well taken care of, and I think she sets the tone for what behavior is acceptable on stage and on screen, and gave me the confidence to be able to say, well, I don't know if that's actually what William would do. So thank you, Caitriona. That's pretty powerful right there. Charles Vandervart, William in Outlander on Caitriona Balfe. Because actors, when they've played the character for a while, they get a feel for who this person is. And of course, the writers and everybody obviously do too. But you're in their skin. And I like that he felt comfortable enough eventually to say, this doesn't seem quite like what he would do. Can we try? And it's cool that Caitriona, who is, has to be a mentor for most of the folks, especially the younger ones, is saying, yeah, you can ask, don't just let him know if you think something isn't quite right. I think that's very cool, and that he gives her credit for helping him find his voice when it comes to stuff like that. All right, guys, you know what? That's all I got. I'm very funky there. Ooh, look at my big old head. My daughter is trying to get out of packing while I'm doing this. Can you see her over there sitting? She's supposed to be packing. So I'm gonna have to let y'all go so I can get her stuff done. We need to head out. Hi, Lorraine. Thank you, Kathy, for joining me too. And of course, Stacy, thanks for being here pretty much when I said, let's go. This was supposed to be done yesterday, but as I said, my schedule got out of hand and I just did not get back here in time to do it at anything close to a reasonable hour. I think it was close to midnight for my normal time. And I'm just not going to do that to any of y'all. I'm not going to make y'all try to search for it the next day. So thanks so much for joining me today, Sunday, which I do appear occasionally. I don't know that I'm going to be doing any more lives from the convention or not, but keep an eye out if you're interested in that. And just thanks everybody for your support. The raffle I was going to do for the rest of my GoFundMe, I'm just not going to do. I did not get a chance to speak to Ronald more. I didn't get any information. I didn't get an autograph. I'm going to be doing a completely different raffle in September that has nothing to do with GoFundMe. So I want to thank those of you who are still donating to my GoFundMe, because as you know, I'm still trying to get a little bit more cash to make sure I can make those necessary repairs when I get back. It's little things like that. Like I said, the headlights are loose. Whoever changed them last time, I'm guessing somebody tried to save a little money and do it themselves and just didn't put all the pieces back where they go. Because as far as my car believes, because they all have computers, the issues that it has to do with the connection, not the headlights themselves. And they work fine. I've been driving around in the evening. They come on, they work, fog lights, all the lights. And then just little things. As far as like the steering wheel, it's off kilter, but I've been doing my research. The car doesn't pull to the left or right. It has nothing to do. I think somebody changed something because it's on the steering wheel itself, because it's not the standard that came with it. And they put it back on a little cockeyed. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't pull to the left or right. It's not an accident issue. The axle is fine. It's literally just the steering wheel itself. So like I said, small repairs, little things need to be done if I'm going to be road ready to drive to Canada in a year, possibly. Yes. I'm an insane person. Anywho, that's all I've got today, guys. Thank you to everybody who's been wishing us well on our trip. As far as like travel, everything's been good. We've got great weather the whole time. We didn't get any crazy storms that made us have to pull over and wait for it to calm down when we were driving up. We had nice weather while we were in Arizona. It's Vegas, so of course, decent weather. We did not get a windstorm or any rain. My daughter was really hoping for like big flash rain until we explained to her that causes problem for the homeless in the area. So we don't wish for that. But everything's been going really, really well. What's up, sweetheart? Are you all done packing? Get the stuff off the floor, please. Thank you. See, I'm a mean mom. But yeah, everything's been going really well. So thank you to everybody for the well wishes, for the good mojo as we travel. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate Cece, Lorraine, and Kathy for coming by. And today, yes, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the well wishes for back home. We do leave 1 a.m. Monday morning. So essentially in about 14 hours, I will be back to Indiana, we hope. And until then, guys, yeah, Tuesday will be a busy day. I should have my regular live then from home, my familiar corner. And that evening, we will be chatting about Blood of My Blood. While I'm doing things tomorrow, I will put up links for those of you who are coming with me on that first chat. And hopefully everybody has gotten their emails to me, Katie@katiescornerinspace.com, who wants to be involved with the Blood of My Blood chats at all. Until then, guys, I'm going to just let you go. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to those of you who are members of this channel. You know, I wouldn't be doing half this stuff if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you to those of you who have continuously or one time donated to my GoFundMe for my vehicle, for this channel's vehicle, really, because I'm going to be using it for a lot of stuff to hopefully show y'all. And to those of you who view, who share, who come back, who like the videos, I just thank you so much, all of you, for your support. And we'll get back to our regularly scheduled business here on Tuesday. Be safe. Again, very happy Sunday to everyone. And be safe out there. Have a good day. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love y'all. I gotta go. I will see you guys soon. Oh yeah. If you like this video, like it. My daughter wants me to remind you, if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And don't forget to subscribe if you're